Can you find the common thing between these people? Marilyn Monroe, Adele, Jack Sparrow, Dwayne Johnson. Sounds like they have nothing to do with each other, right? But if you look a bit closer, you'll notice something strange. Marilyn Monroe is both seductive and innocent. Adele is sad but also very funny.
Skinny but pretty voice, totally tattooed all over.
Jack Sparrow looks crazy but is extremely smart. The Rock is a muscular, strong man but also very warm and approachable. Do you realize that these combinations shouldn't really exist together? But that's exactly what makes you unable to stop thinking about them. You don't fully understand them, and because you don't understand, you get pulled in. And today, I'm going to tell you why this happens in your brain and how you can become the kind of person that makes others obsessed in the real psychological sense. First, let's talk about something very familiar: gambling. Why do people get addicted to gambling? Not because they win, but because they don't know when they will win. That feeling of maybe yes, maybe no, that unpredictability, that's what pulls you in. You don't really care about the reward behind it. You care about the spin, the thing tied to uncertainty. The bigger the reward, the higher the risk, the more you like it. In neuroscience, this is called prediction error. Simply put, when reality is different from what your brain predicts, your brain goes out of sync. And at that moment, dopamine is released. A lot of dopamine. Here's something important you need to understand. Dopamine is not the happiness chemical. It's the pursuit chemical. It makes you want to move closer. It makes you want to know what happens next. Your brain is addicted to signals. There are three main systems working when you feel attracted to someone. The reward system creates motivation and dopamine. The emotional system attaches feelings to experiences. And the prefrontal cortex tries to predict and control. When all three systems get out of sync because of something unpredictable, you get pulled in. So what does this have to do with attraction? Now look at how your brain works every day. You meet a lot of people, and your brain doesn't have time to analyze each person. So it does something very lazy but effective. It labels them. This person is kind. That person is hot-tempered. That one is a bit weird. This is called a mental shortcut. Your brain simplifies the world to save energy. And it doesn't stop there. It also predicts future behavior based on that label. And here's the key point. A normal person is someone you can predict. An attractive person is someone who breaks that prediction. A very simple example. You have a friend who is extremely cold, quiet, no emotion, never initiates anything. Your brain creates a file about them. This person probably doesn't like interacting, and that's it. You stop thinking, you stop being curious. But one day, that same person asks you out first. Immediately, something happens in your brain. Wait, what? Prediction broken. Your brain can no longer understand the pattern. And when your brain doesn't understand, it starts paying attention. You begin thinking about that person more. You replay the situation. You ask yourself, what are they really like? That's when dopamine starts working. The more contrast, the more surprise, the deeper you get pulled in. That's why people with high contrast are always attractive. They are not just one version. They have layers. And each layer contradicts the one before. Your brain can't close the file on them. It's forced to keep it open. That's also why nice guys are usually not attractive, because they are too predictable. They only have one dimension. But a gentleman is different. They are strong but gentle, decisive but caring. They have contrast. A more specific example: a person who goes to the gym every day, works in finance, is very disciplined. Sounds pretty predictable, right? But if you also know that they raise a dog, they cook, they like drawing or playing music, suddenly you can't label them anymore. They become interesting. They are interesting simply because they went beyond the standard your brain set for them. At this point, you might think, okay, so I need to create contrast? No, you don't need to create it. You already have it. No one in this world has only one emotional side. You are not just an introvert. You are not just a logical person. You are not just a cheerful person. You are all of those at the same time. But you suppressed it because people labeled you, and you started living by that label. Over time, you became predictable. And when you are predictable, you disappear from other people's attention. The solution is not to become someone else. To allow yourself to show more sides of who you are. You can be fun and deep, soft and strong. And the important thing is, you don't hide it anymore. You express it naturally, authentic. If you want to be more attractive, don't try to become a perfect version. Become an unpredictable version. Because that is your real self, when you are no longer limited by labels. On that journey, some people won't understand you. Some people will think you're weird, but that's the price of being interesting. And also the price of being memorable. That's Paw's perspective. If something doesn't make sense, just tell Paw directly. And if you're wondering why you suddenly feel like changing your life recently, click the video on the right side of the screen. Paw signing out. Stay sharp, stay weird.